Hey y'all, this is Ginginese, coach of the Texas Tornadus, here with week 1 of the PAC YouTube Draft League. This week we're taking on Ryno and the Delaware Dittos. We've actually played Ryno a couple of times before in Sword and Shield, but obviously since this is my first draft league in Scarlet and Violet, this will be my first time taking on Ryno in this generation. He's got a very, very scary team. His Terramons are Gholdengo and Hariyama. He's got really strong, fast threats like Greninja and Weavile, but is also very bulky with things like Clodsire. So let me just go ahead and show you what I'm bringing this week. So first off is Daggertooth, our Boots Chien-Pao. It's got max attack, Jolly, so hopefully it can just come in as often as possible, launch off really strong attacks. Even resisted hits with something like Crunch or Ice Spinner is doing almost 50% to everything, so if we can get some chip off, we should be able to take out most threats with this. I Love Lamp, our booster Iron Moth. It's also our Terra Captain this week with Terra Fire and Agility. This is a very interesting set, but it's designed to be able to come in kind of close to the end of the game, get off an Agility. That'll make it faster than everything on their team, including Scarfed Mons. And with Terra Fire Flamethrower, I Oko most things, and if it doesn't, then I can always take the risk with Fire Blast, but this should be able to clean up in the end game once we've done a little bit of damage to things and can find an easy place to get that agility off. We have Shandy Socks, our Life Orb Sandy Shocks, with our rocks. It's pretty bulky, but still very strong with that Life Orb. My opponent doesn't have great hazard removal, so if we can get up rocks early, then we can probably keep them up. And their best defogger is Braviary, which goes down to a Life Orb Thunderbolt. We have Big Baby, our Eject Pack Tauros with Intimidate. This is my physical wall. It's not too much investment, but with Intimidate, we resist most of the stabs from his physical attackers. And with the Eject Pack, we can actually go for a close combat and get some momentum to switch out back into our Chien-Pao. We've got B52, our AV Bombardier, with max attack, nearly max SpDef. It's a great pivot with U-turn. Knockoff is going to be good to get rid of heavy-duty boots and other maybe choice items. Overall, just get some chip for Chien-Pao later in the game. And finally, we have Shakira, our heavy-duty boots Oricorio. It is mainly here to defog, but an interesting note, it's EV'd such that after a Quiver Dance, it will live a Power Gem from Gholdengo and can get off a strong hit with Revelation Dance for super effective damage, or if it Terras, we can launch a Hurricane and get some really good chip on it. So I'll cut until we get into the battle. All right, here we are with our battle against Ryno. Good luck, have fun. Let's see what we got. Okay, this is pretty close to what I expected. So we've got Gren, Claude, Gholdengo, Spidops, Hariyama, and Eel. Okay, so this is pretty much exactly what I expected, but I thought there'd be a Gardevoir instead of Spidops. Honestly, I know that Spidops will try to set up webs. Other than that, I'm not entirely sure what it does, but that is why I brought my Shakira, the Oricorio with defog, just to get rid of webs specifically, and I already know what my lead is. Okay. Outside of webs, what does Spidops do? Like, I know it can circle throw, it can, first impression would do a lot of damage. But again, I'm leading with my Bombardier, and it can one-shot it. Let's see, how much recoil do I take? Is there any chance that, no, it couldn't be Sash. The only way to KO me on lead, yeah, you would need something else. I was just looking at like Brave Bird recoil damage. But first game of the season, I'm ready to see how this goes. Yeah, good luck, have fun to Ryno. I hope I came up with a cool enough team. Ryno, the few times that I've played him, love the trainer card. The few times that I've played him, he's had some really, really interesting sets. Very creative and good battler, so I'm ready for it. What is this, the Eelektross? Okay. This is the thing that I'm probably the most worried about. I should be faster than it. So we're just going to go ahead and U-turn and see what we can do here. Yeah, this is definitely the thing that was the most troublesome in prep. That looks kind of defensive. I'm not sure that I can really tell. Maybe a little more defense than what I have in my calc here, but I think we're just going to go into my Sandy Shocks to try to get up some rocks. I can't really touch this with Sandy Shocks, but I want to see what it does. Volt Switch, perfect. Okay, also important to know. Oh, it's leftovers? Okay. That's huge. That's huge. Okay. Yeah, that's so much knowledge on turn 1 that it is special, has Volt Switch, and leftovers. So let me write that down. Volt and leftovers. So we're just going to get up rocks here. I want to see what you do, though, because Giga Drain would OHKO me, I think. Stomping Tantrum. Oh, so it's a mixed set? That's interesting. Okay, Stomping did like 140. So let's see. Interesting that that's your best move. Stomping Tantrum. Wow. That has to be... That did so much damage. Why did that do so much damage? Oh, okay, so 140, so it's halved, right? Because it shouldn't be doing that much damage. Okay, interesting. I guess that's probably specifically for this. Well, I kind of want to keep this. I'll Volt Switch. I'm really interested to see what you're going to do about this. I don't know what I switch into. Like, obviously, electric move is a little scary. But what about, like, my Tauros? Okay, I like the idea of switching in Tauros here, and then close combating to eject pack and switch back out. Crunch. Okay, so Volt, Stomp, Crunch. Such an interesting set. And Crunch did 11. So it's really not very invested. But yeah, I can CC here. That almost gets the KO. And we use the... I mean, this is using the eject pack a little earlier than I would have liked, but I'll take it. We can send in Sandy Shocks one more time. Because unfortunately that's our only electric immunity. This was, and by this I mean the eel, was something that I was pretty worried about in prep. But overall, just glad to see that, you know, we are able to maneuver around it, and it's almost dead now. So Thunderbolt, according to my calc here, Thunderbolt might kill. So let's hope it does. I don't know how invested it is, but that picks up the kill. Amazing, amazing. So Electros is gone, thank goodness. We got up rocks as well, which is cool. I did not expect to have up rocks. All of my mocks that I've played so far, I never got up rocks because Sandy Shocks was always too threatened by the thing that was in front of it. What is Akira? Hariyama, interesting. Not what I expected to have come out here, but I would assume that that's probably Bullet Punch, which would kill me. I wonder if it's worth switching in. I think it is. I think it's worth switching in my Tauros here. Tauros, yeah, I mean, Tauros's job was really to check any physical attackers, and Hariyama is the last one of those. So let's see what we get here. See what we can figure out. Bullet Punch. And that's 7 damage. What is that? Leftovers as well. bullet and leftovers. Great to know. It looks like with 7, you're not even as invested as I was expecting. Okay. So I would like to just Raging Bull here. Looking at your switch-ins, like this is still my best option. I would assume that you're probably pretty bulky though. So I have in my calc that this will do close to 50%, but I doubt that that's the case. If you only did 7 with Bullet Punch. Okay, what am I dealing damage to though? Cool guy. Gholdengo. Okay. How much damage am I doing? That's pretty good. Okay, so that has a decent amount of investment. So now the question, I think, because I'm going to sack Sandy Shocks here, because if you try to set up or something, I can easily break a substitute. If you're, well, my Bombardier checks this completely. I absolutely want to keep Tauros still, and maybe I can get you to reveal something about your set. So let's see. Oh, just a hard withdraw. Interesting. Great play. Into Bug Snacks. Okay, that's the Spidops. So it's not Boots. We know that. Sandy Shocks. I mean, Thunderbolt. If this is like max HP, probably doesn't kill. First impression will absolutely kill. That's fine. I'm gonna look and take a second here. My Oricorio. So, according to this, my Oricorio with Revelation Dance has a very good chance to kill. It's well, actually not very good. It's a roll in my favor. Hurricane absolutely kills. I think I would rather just have Bombardier here. Because now you can't go for first impression. So the question is, what do I do? Because I think a Brave Bird is obvious. I would love to knock off, but yeah, I'm gonna knock. I'm comfortable in my ability. Yeah, it was a Focus Sash. I'm comfortable in my ability to get the webs away. So we can just go for a knock again, I believe. That should KO. Yeah. Yeah, I probably should have tried to find a way to prevent the webs there, but I think we can find a way to get them off later. I have a good matchup into Gholdengo with my Oricorio. Surprisingly. So, Spidops is gone. Great to see. I'm curious what comes out here next, as we are full health, and I'm EV'd to take pretty much everything. Okay, so it is the Gholdengo, or sorry, not the Gholdengo, the Hariyama. So you could like Thunder Punch into me. I absolutely KO with a Brave Bird, but I think I want to keep this for like Greninja and Gholdengo. So I'm actually going to swap in my Tauros again. At -1, I'm still faster than the Hariyama. -1, and because I've already used my eject pack, thank goodness I don't get switched out here. But we do get off the Intimidate. What do you go for? Is this like a Thunder Punch? Oh, it's Terra. Okay, that's actually huge because now I know that Gholdengo can't Terra. This is Terra what? Terra Steel. Okay, I did think it was going to be Terra Steel. that really doesn't change a whole lot for me. Drain Punch did not do very much at all. I'm still not really figuring anything else out about their set. So obviously a close combat super kills now. I think I'm just going to go for Raging Bull one more time. It's the safest move. Cool guy. Yep, okay. So, once again, we get the stones. And that just KOs. Let's go. Okay, so Goldango is gone. So now it's just Clodsire, Greninja, and Terra Steel Hariyama. So here's Greninja. I definitely still want to keep this alive for Hariyama. I can, again, I think I can throw away Bombardier. We can actually get some really good knowledge about their set based on how much they do here, because they should not be able to kill me with any one move. And I'm curious what you go for. So it's Grass Knot? Okay. So that did 15. Grass Knot doing 15 to my Bombardier. We know it's not Life Orb. That, okay, it looks like timid damage. So I kind of want to knock here because it's not resisted anymore. Yeah, I'm gonna knock off. I think getting a knockoff into into the Hariyama would be big. Akira, yep. So knock off into Terra Steel Hariyama. That is so bulky. That's actually better information than I had before though, because that did way less than 50%. So let's see. Yeah, that's a pretty decent amount there. I can, trying to think, like you went for Drain Punch that last time. If you go for a Thunder Punch here into my Oricorio, it wouldn't kill and I can defog. So I'm gonna U-turn. Yeah, like, according to my calcs here, into my Oricorio, Thunder Punch into Bullet Punch doesn't KO. So I can get it off the defog. That way, I mean, the Sticky Webs are not hurting me too much. It's really just, okay, and then the Drain Punch, yeah, is doing absolutely nothing. The webs are really only there for Moth right now. Like, that's the only person, that's the only Mon that they are hurting too bad with. Thick Fat, my goodness. Yeah, this Hariyama is not really taking much from a Revelation Dance because of the Thick Fat. I'm still going to get the defog off. I was wondering if I should Quiver there. Okay, and here's the Claude. This is the first time that we've seen Clodsire. We get the defog, there's no more Sticky Web, no more rocks for me, but honestly, they were not doing that much. And it is Black Sludge. Okay. So, I want to switch in Chien-Pao. I really do. This is rough. I'm actually going to switch in my bird. Okay. Because I think that you're not doing too much to me. Like if you have Stone Edge, oh, you just withdraw. Okay. Into what? Okay, perfect. I am totally fine with this being out in front. Into the Hariyama, because I think that that's probably your switch here. My knock is still doing a ton of damage. I mean, yeah, I still want to absolutely knock off here. Because you're going to go for some move. Just U-turn. Okay. Didn't really do that much. We're still not learning a whole lot about this set. I would assume that you go back, yeah, into Hariyama. We get another knockoff. With that being gone, God, it's just so bulky. I'm gonna go back into my Tauros. I feel like we are just searching for an opportunity with each other here. This is just... I'm doing so little damage to the Hariyama. Like, I wonder how much offensive pressure it really has against me. Bullet Punch is doing absolutely nothing. It did 10. Let's see if we can find out anything about that. Bullet Punch doing 10 from Intimidated. Terra Steel. Yeah, it really does not have a whole lot. So, I'm actually going to go Quake. I think Quake kills now. And it's good into the Clodsire. It'll do... I mean, this will do a lot of damage regardless. I'm not sure that Ryno has a good way of pulling this one out. Really just maneuvering around in such a way, like... This game is playing out very similarly to a lot of the mocks that I had, so shout out to my front office. Earthquake, that takes the kill. Terra is gone. All that's left is Clodsire and Gren. And I can also just kind of throw this away. I don't need it anymore. So Grass Knot would KO me. But you either lock yourself into Grass Knot or... Yeah, if you Grass Knot here, I win the game. Because you're either slower than Qianpao. Okay, so let's think this through. If you go for that, I switch into you, I Ice Spinner. And then I can sack some other thing. I don't think that there's a way that you win this. You could try to U-turn here. So I'm just going to Earthquake. Water Shuriken. Okay. So that's not going to do anything to me. That's a really good idea by them. What is this doing? Like 9, 8, or 9 per hit? Each hit is doing 8 or 9. Yeah, that makes sense. You KO me with... Well, you got to get the max roll here. So either you go for it again. Okay, so it's probably Expert Belt then. Okay, so Water Shuriken into Qianpao does, yeah, not nearly enough. My Bombardier, Ice Beam needs a max roll to KO. And you're not Dark type anymore. I could just send out Qianpao and finish this off, but I want to make sure that there is nothing sneaky that happens. Yeah, I would assume this is probably Expert Belt Greninja. I was most worried for something like a Scarf Greninja, because I think if you got that in earlier and made the right predictions, you could absolutely kind of tear through my team. Ooh, this is great. We can knock off the Clodsire's item here. And let's see how defensive you are. Oh my goodness, was that a crit? No? Well then that is... Wow. Is that no defense? Yeah, it looks like 0 defense. Amazing. Amazing. We'll just Brave Bird. And that should honestly clean this game up. Chien Pao did not ever have to join the battlefield. Well, okay, it might need to actually clean up this final play here. Yeah, at 57, if he has like Ice Beam. Oh, but he doesn't. It's just Water Shuriken. So I think Bombardier gets the final 2 kills, assuming that we don't get. No, we should live regardless. We do. Yeah, Bombardier gets the final 2 kills. Does it knock it? It probably knocks itself out here as well. And it does. Okay. So we get the 3-0 victory to start the season. GG to Ryno. That was a really good game. His team had a lot of struggles with just the speed of my team, and I think he found a good way to play into it. It didn't get enough utility from those sticky webs, and especially from Gholdengo. But again, GG's. Looking forward to the rest of the season, and I will see you guys next week. Peace.